Welcome to the House family. I'm going to take you through this week's meal. This week we are doing a grilled bread with a squash caponata and burrata cheese. And then we are doing roasted potatoes with romesco. It'll have a little bit of spinach and some grana padano cheese. Let's get started. To get started for our potatoes tonight, I have a medium-sized nonstick pan over medium heat. We're going to add a little oil to that. We'll dump out our potatoes. And we're going to let those start to warm up. Let them start to get a little bit brown. We'll come back in just a couple minutes and check on them. All right, the potatoes have been cooking for a few minutes now. We're going to give them a toss. We're starting to see some brown, which is good. I'm just going to try to put some of the sides down that didn't get browned yet. If there's not any more oil in the pan, we can add just a touch more. The oil is going to ensure that the heat is making contact with our potatoes. We'll add just a touch more. And we're going to give those just a couple more minutes to get nice and brown, and we'll go on to the next step. All right, our potatoes have been cooking a few more minutes. Give them a little toss. Starting to see some good color around. They're going to be nice and warm. I'm going to pull one out to taste. I'm going to add just a touch of salt. And now that they are cooked, we will add our romesco. And then we can take them off the heat and mix that in. And then we will go ahead and go to our next step. All right, now that our potatoes are cooked and tossed with the romesco, we have our spinach just inside a bowl. We're just gonna dump the potatoes over the top. And I'm just going to use some tongs to gently move those around. The heat of the potatoes is going to start wilting the spinach. All right, once those are good and mixed, we can transfer to our bowl. Put some of the spinach down first so it can continue wilting. And then we will do some of our Parmesan over the top. And we are set with our roasted potatoes with romesco, spinach, and Parmesan. For our toast this week, we have our toasted bread. So I've gone ahead and just popped that back in the toaster just to warm it back up, make sure it's nice and crispy on the outside. So we're just gonna stick that right on our plate. And then we're going to do, we have our roasted squash caponata. So the caponata will be best if it's room temperature. So you can pop it in the microwave really quickly or just let it sit out for a little bit on the counter. We're gonna put that straight on. Get a good amount on there. And then The burrata can do about a half a ball per toast. So I'm gonna cut that into smaller kind of bite-sized pieces. And we're just going to place that around. And then you have some olive oil to go over the top. If you'd like, you can add some salt and pepper. Otherwise, you are set. So we have our toast with roasted squash caponata with burrata and olive oil.